see that this here, 2 teeth, if the dog's canines started here and worked their way down this way, they don't line up. They're not even. It's backwards.
It would be an odd configuration.
Well, odd. It would be like Ripley's Believe It or Not. The dog would have to have their teeth the opposite way.
No, I could see how that could happen.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So that was that moment that Hank Brennan referenced. So what you just saw there, that was from a couple months ago at the hearing where he had the doctor in a gotcha kind of moment. What she was saying with her opinion as to how this alleged bite happened didn't make any sense. And then here today, she denied it. She denied saying that. But we have the tape. You can see where she's saying, I could see how it would happen that way. Whereas today, she said to Mr. Brennan, oh, perhaps you misunderstood me way back when. So good thing we have the tape. Let's go back in and watch more of the cross.
Suffice to say, looking at wound 2 alone, you cannot say this was caused by a dog.
In and of itself, no.
What tooth do you think caused this wound?
I don't know.
Do you think this in any way could be caused by dog teeth if you're claiming that this is dog teeth?
Excuse me?
Do you think there's any way these 2 could be caused by dog teeth if you're saying that these 2 were caused by dog teeth?
Yes, it could be, but I don't know which teeth. And I don't know the extent of the bite, how much impact there was, and how much pressure, how much contact there was between the teeth and the skin.
The canines are the longer teeth in a dog's mouth, aren't they?
They are.
And when a dog bites, it's very common for the canines to puncture, isn't it?
It's common if there's enough force, and it's common that you might have 2 canines if the strike is perpendicular to the skin. But if you have a tangential strike, a partial strike where only part of the teeth impact, you'll get different configurations.
Look at the spacing, Dr. Russell.
Did you say strike or strike?
Strike with a K.
Look at the spacing, Dr. Russell. A dog causing these wounds, the canines are not going to have such a dramatic distance between them because dog canines don't move, do they?
They don't, and I'm not claiming that these 2 parallel stripes in this case, or abrasions here, I'm not claiming that those 2 were caused by canines.
You think a dog is going to leave a wound with linear abrasions using its incisors as opposed to its canines? Is that your opinion?
It's possible if that's the only part of the mouth or the jaw that actually touched the skin, if it didn't go back as far as the canines.
Did you ever look at the underside of Mr. O'Keefe's arm?
I did.
Posterior side?
Excuse me. Pictures, yes.
Yeah. And when you looked at the photographs of the posterior side of Mr. O'Keefe's arm, did you find anything conspicuously absent from underneath his arm?
Well, first of all, let me clarify. Part of this is the posterior aspect of the arm. So are you asking me, did I look at the underside of the arm, the fleshy part of the arm?
Exactly what I'm asking. It's a question I've asked before. When you look at the other side of Mr. O'Keefe's arm, did you notice anything conspicuously absent?
Yes, there's an absence of wounds.
When a dog bites, I don't care if it's a law enforcement dog or a domestic dog, you know it's like a lever, a dog's mouth, isn't it?
It can be if both jaws strike the skin. However, there are many times when only the upper jaw strikes the skin.
The lower jaw is a lever, locks, and that's part of the clamping and pulling process of a dog, whether it's a law enforcement dog or a domestic dog. You know that, don't you?
I know that they are attached.
Your claim is that there's many, many different dog bites on Mr. O'Keefe's arm, are you suggesting, to a reasonable degree of medical certainty, that these are a number of different dog strikes, and coincidentally, every single one of them lacks any wound to the underside of his arm?
Yes.
Your claim is that a dog penetrated the sweater on the top, but the lower jaw did not leave any wounds?
I'm claiming that that's not what I'm claiming. No. As I mentioned.
And what is she claiming? She is saying that just the top of the dog's jaw did all these bites, and there might have been some nail scratches in there too. She's not sure. What a disaster this is. Let me bring in Corey Pegues. Corey, my lower jaw is on the desk here as I'm watching this. How about you?
Man, Brennan, that was the bomb right there to say, hey, and I wasn't even thinking of that, Julie. Well, look, all of this for the past couple of years, I never even thought about the lower part of the jaw. Yes, where are the wounds on the other side of the arm? I could see once or twice the dog mouth is open and they're trying to, if in fact it's a dog, right? And they scratch the arm twice, but all of those wounds and there's no bite on the bottom. Oh, she's fumbling now. She's really dropping the ball right now.
Yeah, you're right, Corey. This is bad. And you're right. That was a brilliant move by Brennan to draw the attention to the bottom of the arm. So if you're saying there's this bad bite and you're saying you recognize this pattern, well, where's the pattern on the bottom? Because any human, whether you've owned a dog or not, recognizes the mouth is like a lever, like he was talking about. The jaws work together. You don't just have one jaw in play doing the work. I mean, you know, my gosh, this is incredible. I'm actually stunned that this defense team is going this route and calling her, knowing that, you know, there are no injuries on the underside of the arm. Corey, do you think this is going to backfire?
It's backfiring. It's exploding right now. It's exploding.
Right now, yeah. Bad question, yeah. Oh my, Corey Pegues.
Well, yeah, in her defense also, I've been an expert witness, so I know how hot that seat is, and she must be on fire right now.